CNN Headline News will continue. It's time now for Local Edition, brought to you in part by First National Bank. Visit them online at fnb.com and Razier Lumber Incorporated, Goodland and Colby.
Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Heather McDonald. A special session was held in Colby last Thursday morning by the USD 315 Board of Education to address personnel issues. The session resulted in the immediate termination of the high school principal, Rocky Robbins. The resignation of paraprofessional copy clerk Kylie Servosky was also accepted. A resolution of intent to terminate Robbins' contract stated several reasons for the board's actions, including acts of moral turpitude, dishonesty, and not being an appropriate role model. As the meeting came to a close, Robbins requested that the board accept his immediate resignation. However, board president Tracy Rogers told him that was not an option. Acting high school principal for USD 315 will be athletic director and assistant principal Larry Gable. Thomas County Sheriff's Deputy and K-9 handler Mark Finley was fired from the department by current Sheriff Mike Bond last week for allegedly agreeing to serve as undersheriff for Sheriff-elect Rod Taylor. Finley said no specific reason was given for his termination. However, he was told by Bond that he was exercising his right by statute given that Kansas offers at-will employment. Not only will Finley be out of a job for the next 60 days until Taylor takes office January 12th, but having been stripped of his title as deputy, he will also not be able to attend special law enforcement training in December with Taylor.
The statute also says that anybody that I may want to take, because the undersheriffs may attend that also, and I would like to have Mark attend that. But currently, since he has been terminated at the Thomas County Sheriff's Department, he is not a classified deputy and can't attend that.
Finley said that along with his termination, Bond originally intended for his K-9 dog to also be sold. The dog, however, is owned by the county. Once commissioners became aware of the situation, they retained the county's possession of the dog, and for the next 60 days the animal will be under Finley's care. When approached, Sheriff Bond did not wish to discuss the issue, but stated Finley's release was due to personnel issues. Parents, grandparents, and community members alike lined up around the block at the Dighton Grade School Tuesday for the Fall into Winter Craft Fair. This year is the second year for the event, in which students create crafts to be sold to raise money. And while hands-on projects are almost always fun, the craft fair also translates classroom lessons into real-life experiences.
We have a lot of economic standards, especially in the upper grades, and we profit and loss, supply and demand, who's a producer, who's a consumer, all of those things that kids really don't get. They hear the words, and this lets them actually be a part of and be a part of that whole economic system.
Each item was created in an assembly line fashion, giving each student a part of the whole outcome. Teachers use the process to show how important working together is and to also take the opportunity to teach in a less traditional style.
We know that kids all learn different, and they all have different learning styles, and so you've got to find what's right for every kid. And like I said, it's real easy to get into that whole pencil, paper, computer textbook thing.
The Fall into Winter Craft Fair was sold out in less than 25 minutes, and before expenses, nearly $1,800 were raised by the sale of the handcrafted items, and an additional $635 were raised in a silent auction. The end of November is quickly approaching, and many local farmers still find themselves in the field trying to wrap up the fall harvest. From normal, harvest is nearly a month behind thanks to destructive winds and untimely moisture.
The worst part's where it's knocked the ears off. You can't pick them up. If it's still attached, why, it works pretty fair to pick it up.
What about the milo? Seems like there's quite a bit this year.
Some of that's down pretty bad. The boys are up north on the county line cutting some, and they're cutting it right on the ground. It's just slow going.
While conditions do make harvest difficult, yields seem to be fairly good. Brad Cowan, General Manager of Frontier Ag, says the elevator's biggest struggle has been dealing with storing and drying wet grain. Cowan estimates that the entire Frontier Ag territory that spreads throughout 9 northwest Kansas counties, only 65% of harvest is complete. However, the Brewster Goodland area may fare better.
Oh, our dream is to be done the night before Thanksgiving, but it may not happen. I don't know. We'll be close. We'll be very close.
That's it for Local Edition. I'm Heather McDonald. Stay tuned. CNN Headline News will continue right after this.
Local Edition has been brought to you by First National Bank and Razier Lumber Incorporated.
The convenience of ATMs have revolutionized how we handle money. The ATM has become a part of our culture. Need cash? Use your ATM. Need to make a deposit or transfer funds? Use your ATM. ATMs are just one of many services we offer for your convenience. See us today. First National Bank, www.fnb.com, member FDIC.
Community people, you know.
Register to win a $1,000 shopping spree given away the 1st of December from Razor Lumber Incorporated. We are proud to be your hometown source for all your home improvement needs, and we would love to call you with a nice holiday present. Come browse around and register for a $1,000 shopping spree at Razor Lumber Incorporated, 605 Caldwell Goodland and 490 East 4th Colby, serving the tri-state area for 60 years.